So identify the characteristics of true prophets in the Old Testament. They received their revelations from God, or you can just say they received their visions from God. They were God's spokesmen. Yes. Or you can just say they were also they conveyed their message without fear. Yes. Their prophecies came to pass. They did not ask for any material gain. That is, they were not paid for their services. They always spoke the truth, or you can just say they condemned evil. They led righteous lives. They worshipped one true God. They acted as mediators between God and people. They accepted God's call. Yes. They understood the nature of their prophecies. And they faced opposition. They were persecuted. Yes. And they, at all times, whether they were persecuted or not, they spoke the truth. And then they always pronounced God's judgment. Question B. Explain the vision of the plumb line as shown to Prophet Amos by God. Can you read the vision of the plumb line? Open Amos. Tell me which. I don't have the scripture here. Where Amos saw a crooked wall, which was being checked using a plumb line. Mm-hmm.
The Lord was standing beside the wall in the plumb line. In the plumb line, and the Lord said to me, Amos, what do you see? And I said, a plumb line. Then the Lord said, Behold, I am setting a plumb line in the midst of my people Israel. I will never again pass by them. The high places of Isaac shall be made desolate, and the sanctuaries of Israel shall be laid waste. And I will rise against the house of Jeroboam in the sword.
Yes, very good. So in the vision, Amos saw a crooked wall that was being measured using a plumb line. So the wall was leaning over. It was about to do what? To collapse. So what did this? God told the prophet Amos that he was going to measure the behavior of the people. He's going to measure his people using a plumb line. Because now remember, he said that he was not going to overlook their sins. And just like the crooked wall was going to collapse, he was going to destroy the people. He was going to destroy, actually you have to mention he was going to destroy the high places of worship in the kingdom. That is during the time of Jeroboam II. And then the most important here, the point is that Prophet Amos was silent. He did not intervene. He did not intervene on this vision. He was silent, and God pronounced the punishment. So it was going to come to pass. Question 4C. State 7 ways in which church is carrying out its prophetic role in Kenya today. Yes. How is church playing its role as prophets? Number 1, it is preaching the good news, condemning evil in the society, providing guidance and counseling, also providing civil education, distributing Bibles, helping the needy, being role model. The church is being a role model, led by people who are leading exemplary lives or who are righteous, praying for the people. That is how they carry out their prophetic role. Question 5. Explain 5 symbolic actions used by Prophet Jeremiah to demonstrate God's judgment and punishment to the Israel. So, symbolic actions on judgment and punishment. So, Kiburia, tell us. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This shows Yahweh who will break the pride of the people by
serve as a nation. Yes.
Jeremiah's
Visit
Jeremiah's visit to the
Potter.
Jeremiah's visit to the potter. God will remove Judah if it did not conform to his plan.
Mm-hmm.
Wearing human hearts or
Mm-hmm.
indicated that the Israelites would serve under Babylon's rule and under subversion.
Mm-hmm. Yes, very good. You did not talk about personal life. All the others, the points are the personal life whereby he was not supposed to marry. And then the breaking of the earthen vessel, you talked about it, wearing of the waistcloth, Jeremiah's visit to the potter, 2 baskets of figs. Yes, good figs are those who are in exile. And then those who did not go to exile are the what? The bad figs, and they will be destroyed. And then wearing of the ox yoke. Actually, it spoke about everything. The teaching of Prophet Jeremiah on the new covenant. Yes. Edwin? Mm-hmm.
The law of God will be written in people's hearts.
Yes.
Each individual will be responsible for his or her sin.
Mm-hmm.
God's people will be given a new heart. There will be spontaneous forgiveness of sin.
Mm-hmm.
The new covenant will be permanent.
Yes, people would respond in faith and confidence to the new covenant in faith. Yes, God would take the initiative to establish the covenant. All those are correct. So, ways used by the church leaders in Kenya to communicate God's message. This side. Yes?
Through prayers,
Mm-hmm.
through laws,
Mm-hmm.
through feelings,
Mm-hmm.
through Bible messages,
Mm-hmm.
through guidance and counseling.
Mm-hmm. So the first ones are a bit different. How they communicate God's message is through the church service, through performing miracles, Christian literature, leading exemplary lives, guidance and counseling, correct, through the social media, acts of charity, whereby you help the needy, you organize what? Seminars. Question 6a, state importance of initiation in traditional African communities. Samuel?
The initiates become members of the community.
Mm-hmm.
The initiates acquire new status as they move from childhood to adulthood.
Mm-hmm.
It prepares the initiates for adult responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
The initiates get through education and the traditions, beliefs, and secrets of the community.
Mm-hmm.
Initiation ceremonies provide opportunities to pray to God for the well-being of the initiates.
Mm-hmm.
It promotes values such as loyalty and courage.
Okay. So, as he said, it marks the transition from childhood to adulthood. Shedding of blood, the blood, it binds the initiates to the ancestors. They acquire new status, they are given new responsibilities. The education is so that they can learn about the tradition of the community. Also, the ceremonies are to promote unity. The initiates are given a chance to demonstrate their courage. Also, they are being prepared to face the challenges of life. Question 6b, identify 6 moral values people acquire during initiation ceremonies in traditional African communities. The moral values. Here, yes?
Hospitality,
Yes.
honesty,
Yes.
integrity,
Mm-hmm.
love,
Mm-hmm.
respect,
Mm-hmm.
loyalty,
Mm-hmm.
courage,
Mm-hmm.
and love.
Yes, humility, cooperation, true. Outline the changes that have taken place in the rite of initiation in Kenya today. The rites of initiation, the changes that have taken place. Mm-hmm. Who knows? No spoken. Barak, menyamaza. The changes that have taken place. Mm-hmm.
Some communities take their children to take medical circumcision.
Mm-hmm.
Education of the innocent is offered by parents. Some initiation practices like removal of teeth.
Mm-hmm.
People are being discouraged from using the same circumcision as children.
Yes, true. Also, it is done now for health reasons, not no longer for cultural identity. Also, in some initiation practices have been banned. It is no longer done by sponsors but by professionals. Then children also, they opt to go to the hospital. Like all of you went to the hospital. It is done at any age. At any age. Actually, even those ones who do what? Who go to where? Sorry, they are done circumcision immediately after birth. So they can heal both the umbilical cord and the private part. That was the last question. Yes? So what I'm going to do, because